Hello and welcome to today's Stamping and Creating with me, Fiona Whitten. For those of you who don't know me, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator who lives, that's me I'm talking about, not who. And I live in Wokingham in Berkshire here in the UK. So today I would like to share with you, she says, hopefully, I just want to make sure that this is actually going out. And my laptop is not showing anything. So, hey ho, oh my goodness. I have no idea what's going on. So I am just going to have to hope, I think, that this is going out. It says it's live, so I guess it is. So today, I should say this morning, I received my latest Stampin' Up box. Mr. Brown came and delivered it, which was very nice of him. And one of the things that I had ordered was the Expressions of Kindness kit. Now, I've taken the cellophane off the box, but I haven't done anything else. So this is a brand new box. Never, not opened yet, so I'm going to share that with you and share with you the actual contents. So here we go. So this is the box. It's quite sweet. It's good for keeping bits and pieces in. And in it is all sorts of things. I'm just going to take everything out and then I can put the box to one side. Now, the reason I thought I would share this one with you, oops, sorry, I've just gone and bashed everything against my phone, is that I saw the Stampin' Up demonstration of this and I thought, well, this is really, really sweet. Very much my colours, and I thought you'd all like to see it as well. So, right, so here we go. So the kit, it's a fully inclusive kit. So it has a little stamp set. It comes with a stamping spot, which in this case is Blackberry Bliss. The cards do actually coordinate with other colours, such as Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Petunia Pop, Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat. But you do get a Blackberry Bliss spot. You get a whole reel of white ribbon. Let's open this and see what it looks like. Oops, there we go. I'm going to take that plastic off. So it's a whole reel of ribbon. So it's a cotton. Let's see how this folds. I'm hoping it just makes a really nice bow. I usually do. Let's see now. I know whenever I make bows live, they kind of always go wrong. Do them in class, it's fine. In fact, in class, I usually end up doing everybody's bows. It's not often I can get away with not doing them, but hey. Yeah, no, that makes a nice little bow, which is good. And you think bows as you can mess around them forever and a day. So I'm not going to do any more messing around. So I've got stamp set, we've got ink, we've got ribbon, and then it also comes with this cello pack, which has got our cards and card bases and all the other things that we need to create the cards. So the kit makes 8 cards. There are 4 of 2 different designs. So let's just take everything out of here without crushing it. And the other thing is it does come with instructions. It's all pictorial. Oh, it's the box going for a walk. Right, here we go. So these are the instructions. So as I said, they're all pictorial. When she opens it, and I find out that they're not, but hey. So it tells you where to stamp, or shows you where to stamp and which stamps to use. It tells you or shows you how many dimensionals you should really be putting on, the amount of ribbon. So it tells us to cut like for this one, for example, it tells us to cut 6.25 inches or 15.9 centimetres. The nice thing is, on the edge of the instructions, if you open it out, you do have inches going one way and centimetres going the other way. So you don't actually need to get your ruler out. You can just use the instructions themselves to measure out what you need, which is nice. So I'm just going to try again and see. Oh, it tells me I'm live. So here we go. Oh, yeah, there. Hey, okay, right. So I am going live. So that's good. That's what I wanted to know. So those are the instructions. We have also in the kit, so there's a block, there's a clear acrylic block, which is quite important when it comes to stamping, because you want something to be able to stamp. Put your stamps on. So we've got a nice clear block. You've got some dimensionals. We've got some, these are like clear mini glue dots. So those can be used like that. And in fact, we use those on this rather than wet glue. And then there are some adhesive backed gold shimmery things. So you can see them shimmering. In fact, it looks like mine's got an extra one on, but I'm not going to complain about that. And then these are the envelopes. So we have 4 each of 2 different sorts. So even the flap has a decoration on it. So, and on this one's even got the decoration on the back. So when you fold the flap down to seal it, it looks like that. So that's the back of one envelope and the front. And then the other one, the front looks like that and the back looks like that. So I mean, they're very, very pretty, I think. And then the cards we have, I've got gold foiling on, so we should have 4 of these. And again, it's pre-printed and pre-foiled, but when you actually fold the card, you'll find that the back is actually printed as well. So that's one sort. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other looks like a watercolour sort of wash, like this. And that's just got the plain grey back. And then also with the kit comes all the pre-printed, so we've got labels. And the nice thing is we're doing 4 of 2 different designs, but you get 5 of each of the labels. So if you do make a bit of a boo-boo, then you do have a spare one, because obviously these, if you turn them over, they're just plain white. And then there are also some die cut images, so they're pre-printed. You can just pop them out. So there's 1, 2, 3, should be 4 of them. And then there should also be 4, these are gold foiled. And it's quite thick foil. I'm just taking it out. Oh, it's obviously plain on that side. You could, if you really wanted to, just use that side and colour them. But the gold is very pretty. Oops, sorry, I think I moved and it's sort of gone a bit wonky. So there's that. Those were those. So there's lots of things here. I am not going to make every single card. I will make one of each, just so you can see how they go together. And I will probably use the instructions, or at least I'll get the... So I'm going to make one of these, which I'm guessing we need one of those. Oops, like that. Don't need those other ones. Those can go to one side. I'm going to make one. Can I go for take it from there? One of... Oops, those, so I don't need those anymore. I will need one envelope of each. So I've got one, that's the other. envelope's got 2 cards. I've already got the die cut gold. I'm not quite sure which one that goes on. I believe it goes on there, and we need one of these too. So some of them are a little bit delicate. So some of these, the joins here, so you do have to be careful not to pull them apart, tug them too hard. So I'm just going to put those bits to one side. This bit I will need because we stamp on here and we also stamp on those bits. And then what do the instructions say with regards to ribbon? So 6 1/4, and then so we need 2 lots of 6 1/4. That's inches, or 15.9, let's call it 16 centimeters. So let's get some ribbon and cut those first. So take it from the 0, which is here, to, let's see, 16, which is there. So the only thing that you really need to supply is a pair of scissors, first off, to get into the box, and the cello around the instructions, and then also you need it for cutting your ribbon. So that's 2 lots of 16 centimeters of ribbon, so 1 for each. And I think other than that, I will leave it open. Well, but I'll leave it open but out of the way. So this one has some stamping to do on here as well. So the first thing is to get this sort of this hash here, and we're going to stamp this twice onto this card front. And the idea is that the hash is going to go sort of here. Looking at the actual the picture, it looks like it's kind of overlapped. So it's overlapped the flower and overlapped itself. Now we need to actually also open the ink spot. You'll find when you look at it, it's got like little perforations on here. So you can just use your scissors and run along it. But sometimes you have to be quite, you know what, I'm just going to have to tackle it like that. Because that perforation wasn't exactly where the join was. Now I prefer not to cut both sides, because it means that when I do close it, then I've got one side still holding that shut. And because it's so small, it is actually easier to take the actual ink pad to the stamp, and make sure you've got it stamped all over, inked all over. So give it a good amount of ink on. And then, because this is photopolymer, I do have a foam underneath my grid paper. So we've got that one, and then we need to do it again. And this one's going to go sort of over there. Like that. Now, okay, so I've sort of doubled up here, but I'm not too worried because it's telling me that that is where the sentiment's going to go and the ribbon. So that's not so bad. Now I've used that one, so I now need to clean it. So I've got my Simply Chamois. Right away you'll see that because it's Blackberry Bliss, your stamp will have discoloured. It's kind of a given. If you're doing anything with red or anything that has some red in it, then your stamps will discolour. It doesn't affect how they stamp, A lot of people just think it doesn't look very nice, but you know, it's fine. Now this one here, that looks kind of like a little, well, it kind of looks like a fire to me. That's the actual pieces that we're going to stamp on these flowers, which they kind of look like thistles, but I'm not sure that they are. So we're going to put my teeth in. We're going to stamp on that, and we're going to put this on all, well, not all of them, but most of them. So we're going to put one on here, like so. This one's going to go on here. And there's no right, wrong way to where they should go. And I'm actually going to do the ones on the back as well. Except it would help to actually get it the right way round. Just so that it's done on the back of the card. So that folds that way, doesn't it? So I think I might do that one as well. You can really put this on wherever, whichever flower you want to. I'm going to put it on there because I know that then you'll see it on the front of the card. So I've stamped on those 3 flowers. I'm not going to stamp on those 2 because I know it's not really going to get seen. So I'm just going to quickly use my bone folder and make sure that that's now shut. So again, we need to clean before we put it away. Now we have 3 different sentiments. Well, there's 3 different stamps that have words on. So we've got wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Let's see now. I'm going to put it against so that you can actually see it. Or maybe I'll put it against that. Here we go. So hopefully you can see it better now. So we've got wishing you the happiest of birthdays, just a note, and then this is really sweet that you can put on your envelope. It says kindly deliver to. So you probably wouldn't want to put that on the front of your card, but you have these 2 options here. So we have quite a fairly large place to put stamps. So both just a note and the wishing you the happiest of birthdays will fit. So I'm going to do wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Again, ink up. Make sure it's well covered. And then we're going to stamp on this. There we go. So there's that. So that's going to go sort of on here, like that. And we're then going to put the ribbon on as well. So I'm going to, let's see, what does it say to do? Well, you can put the kindly deliver to on your envelope. So this envelope like this goes with this particular card. Let's just clean this quickly. Now you may find when you first start stamping using these stamps that they kind of don't look as if they're stamping very well. This one turned out okay, but it could have been better. So I would suggest that you just stamp it a couple of times on some scratch paper. Clean it in between just with your Simply Chamois or your Stampin' Scrub, whatever you have that you use. Because sometimes the stamps still have some of the chemicals, or not the chemical, well, yeah, they are chemicals. It's from the processing from when they were made, so there's like a film on there. Sometimes they don't. It's just it seems to vary from stamp set to stamp set. I really don't know why, but it's always better to try on some scratch paper just in case you're not too sure. It's always better to play it safe. So, right, so here's my envelope. So I'm going to stamp this here. Kindly deliver to. There we go. So that's that bit done. And then all that's left now is to put this together. So we've got a bit of ribbon. Now you can, well, you can do what you like when it comes to the end of the ribbon. You could leave it solely square ends. You could obviously cut them at an angle. I don't know how this ribbon copes or how it frays. It looks like it does fray quite a bit. So what I'm going to do, I don't like that end. So I'm just going to cut it into a, not very well either. There we go. And I'm going to do this one as well. That's going to go like that. I don't want them of equal length, and then this is going to go on top of that. So the easiest thing to do is to actually use your dimensionals that come on this and fix the ribbon down with them. Now, obviously you don't want to be putting like 6 dimensionals on here. You just want to put them on where your sentiment's going to go. And that will probably be enough to actually hold that ribbon. Might put another one on for good measure. Like so. There's no point in using glue simply because glue and ribbon just do not go too well together. Let's see, it seems to be pretty square, so that's that. And then we have some of these gold shiny glimmer. They are self-adhesive, so they do have adhesive on the back, which is really good, so you don't have to worry about trying to find some glue. So I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool to pick them up. Now, this actually says to use 3 small and 2 large, and if you look, there are actually 2 different sizes. You know, small ones are down here, and the larger ones are down the other end. So I said 3 small. Just may as well use that one, seeing as it's hanging around in the middle there. And 2 large. Oops, I didn't even manage to pick that one up. I thought I had. There we go. So that's the first card. I'll put it under there. You can see it better. So we have some pretty gold foiling here, and we've got and here, and then we've got our sentiment, which has the gold foiling around and the gems, bit of ribbon, and we've stamped on the flowers, and obviously we've stamped the sentiment, and then this goes with this envelope, which also has been stamped. It says kindly delivered to. Now I should have done is stamp the flower heads on here and on there as well, but Actually, no, I'll do that in 2 ticks when I do the second card. So let's give this lot a quick clean. Put it back, put that sentiment back. So that's probably upside down, and then I'm going to get my second set of instructions. Which tells me to, first of all, we're going to get this flower and we're going to stamp the 2 flower heads. So I'll do that. So we're going to stamp that one. You need to be on grid paper. Do not do this on top of your card front, because otherwise you're going to have these little bits appearing on your card front, which will be a little bit upsetting. So I've done those 2, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do these 2 on this envelope. And I'm also going to do, what's that? And then I want to do that one. Actually, this one I can do this way round. So that's that. So that goes back with that first card. And then the envelope for the second card, which I put here, again, you can stamp. I think did they stamp it on here? Let's see. Don't know. Looks like they've just simply put the kindly deliver to, but I'm going to do this. Trying to figure out which is a flower head and which isn't. That is. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'll do that one. No, 1, 2, oh well, heck. In for a penny, in for a pound. There we go. That's that. So I've got my flower heads done on my envelope. I do quickly want to do the deliver to. I know I haven't cleaned up, so I've got to peel it off quickly. So that can go in here. Like so. So that's my envelope done. Put that there. Oops, sorry, that was my husband sneezing. The just a note sentiment to go on here. Let's see, let's make sure that's the right way round. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I've stamped it upside down because I haven't glued it on yet, or stuck it on yet. It wouldn't really matter as to which way it was. There we go, so that's that. So we've got this piece, so we've got the gold foily bit, we've got the flower, and we've got the card, and we've got the ribbon. That's that, and the flower, which is here somewhere. There it is. I'll put it out the way. So they suggest to put the flower on first and then the gold. Sort of like, oops, that goes there, that goes there, and then the ribbon and the sentiment would go sort of here. And for this we will need glue dots. So that's that funny little sheet. So these are glue dots. So they're adhesive, they're double-sided, but what you want to do is you want to leave the backing on for the time being. Actually, sometimes it's just easy to just use your fingers to take them off. Probably I'll stick another one on down there. Okay, so and then you need to peel these off. Just easier said than done. There we go. Like that. They do come off quite easily. Okay. So we want it to kind of go at an angle. And you can reposition this until such time as you actually really sort of firmly press it down, and then it's kind of a given. That's it. It's down. It's not going to go anywhere. And then on this one, they actually suggest just one glue dot right in the middle, kind of here, which will get hidden by the sentiment. So this is going to kind of go like that, sort of partly over the top, like that. Then we've got our ribbon. I'm going to leave it square this time. Like that. Get some dimensionals. So I'm going to put one there. So these just are designed to hold everything in place. And then when I peel these off and put the sentiment on, you won't see them. Maybe could have done that ribbon a bit better, but hey. Now you do want to hide those dimensionals. You don't want to be able to see them, because I could see one then. And the problem is they're so sticky. You want to be careful that they... And this is where I get into a real mess. So I'm going to take these dimensionals off, start again, because I know that if I try and recover what I've just done, it will not work. The other option, if you're not happy with dimensionals to hold this down, is to simply get some tear tape and just fix a few pieces on. So let's try this again. Like so. Hopefully this will work a bit better this time. So that just a note. If you do find that things are sticking out, what I have done in the past is I just simply get my scissors and I sort of poke it back underneath so you don't see it. So there's that. That's just where I've taken it out of the backing. I just needed to come off a bit, and then we've got to put some some bling on, and again it's saying 3 little ones and 2 big ones. So let's have 3 little ones. Let's do one of those and one of those down here, a little one up here, and then a little one and a big one up there, like so. So these are kind of loose, and I should have used my bone folder to fix this down, like so. So those are the 2 cards from the kit. So as you can see, there is some stamping, which is part and parcel of the fun. So that one is supposed to go with that. And then this card goes with that one. So if I hold this one up so you can see, so we've got the gold foiling here, we've got the little gems, the adhesive back gems, sentiment and some ribbon, and then we've got the envelope. I mean, you could actually put that with that and that with that. It's really entirely up to you. Obviously, as I said, there are other colours that go with this. So if you don't want to use the Blackberry Bliss because it's not your favourite, then you can use like the Lost Lagoon, the Mossy Meadow. What else did I get out? I did actually bring some ink over with me. So I've got Pretty Peacock, as you can see, that would go really nicely. I have the Petunia Pop, which is sort of the lighter colour on the thistles. We've got the Lost Lagoon, which is this other blue background there. Blackberry Bliss, which is what we've used because that's the ink spot. And then I've also brought out the Mossy Meadow, which is one that you could use because that's the colour that is in the leaves. So any of those, if you'd rather not use the Blackberry Bliss, then obviously any of these would equally look as good. So that is it. So I should say you will find the kits in the kit collection. So this is one of the latest ones out. So this was one of June's. Came out on the 5th. So what are we on now? The 12th. So it came out a week ago. It's £22 for the card kit. So you get 8. You get to make 8 cards. But then of course you've still got you've got your ink spot and you've got your stamp set and all sorts of, you will always end up with some more dimensionals, and you'll have more ribbon than you need as well. So there are bits that can be used after you've finished making the cards. And I just think I think they're really lovely. I really do like these. Might not sound it in my voice, but that's how I am. But yeah, I do. I really, really like these. So as I said, you'll find them in the kits collection. So just simply go to oakvilleCrafts.stampinup.net and then click on shop, and then just visit the kits collection. So you'll see these and lots of other things there. But as I said, these are my favourite. I really, really like these. Okay, well, thank you for watching. And I will see you next Wednesday for Card and a Cuppa. So take care and have a good week. Bye.